Most new beauty launches don't make it into my routine. These did. I found some surprises this month, and one product I didn't expect to work on my mature skin. If you've watched my channel before, you know I'm pretty hard on new products. These ones earned a spot on my monthly favorites. I've got skincare, hair care, and some new lip products. One is under $10, and it has quickly become one of my new favorite blushes. So let's get into it. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Jody. I'm 55. Think of me as your midlife beauty bestie. I test hundreds of products and only a few actually make it to a monthly favorite because I know you work really hard for your money. So I'm not an influencer trying to influence you to buy stuff. I am just your midlife beauty bestie sharing with you what has worked for me, why it works based on skin types, and specifically those of us with mature skin because that's who I'm really looking out for. I'm here for us. I'm here for us Gen Xers who, yeah, we just wake up each day and think, it didn't look like that yesterday. What happened? So when there are products on the market that don't necessarily dip us in the fountain of youth, but allow us to maintain what we have and add a little bit, I'm here for it. All right, first product is exactly what I'm talking about. If you watched my channel before, you know I'm a big fan of K-beauty brand Mimmua. This is their Volume Up Time Block Serum. Since I first introduced the Time Block Serum on my channel, many of you have left comments that you've seen a difference specifically in that under eye area. That's where I use this one. Now they also have the Volume Up Time Block Cream. This contains not only volufiline, but 6 different peptides. I've been using this one on the perimeter of my face, on my neck, and I've loved this on the back of my hands lately. I feel like my hands don't look as skeletal. They just look a little bit more plump than they did 2 months ago before I started using the cream. These are topical products, so you will see the results as long as you're using the product. The oil is 100% oil, so for those of you that have more dry skin and you really need something that's going to hydrate, but you want more than hydration, you want some plumping, this oil is very, very hydrating. If you are extra dry, I would apply this oil on your under eye area and then apply the serum on top, just to lock in this oil, holding that oil closest to your skin, allowing it to penetrate deeper into your skin. Love all 3 of these products. But the other product that they've just recently come out with is their Volume Up Time Block Toning Essence. You can see the separation between the oil, which is very hydrating, and the rest of the ingredients. The way I use this is in the morning. I don't wash my face. I will take this on a cotton swab and just wipe off any residue from last night's skincare products. Once I do that, I will then go in with these 2 products as my serum and my moisturizer, and then I will add my skincare and then start into my beauty routine, primer, whatever is your next step. I like the idea of simplifying my skincare routine and using one brand. I just feel like it works on top of each other better than grabbing a brand here, grabbing a brand there. I didn't used to think that way, but the results that I'm seeing in my skin from using all one brand for the oil, the serum, and the cream, and then that toner has made a big difference. So I'm loving it. I will link all this down below, and you guys can get these on Amazon, which just makes it really easy, and they can be there tomorrow. All right, so let's talk about hair. If you have blonde strands like I do, and they tend to turn brassy in between hair styling treatments, then I have a product for you. This is the Christophe Robin Shade Variation Mask. When I start to feel like my blonde is getting brassy, I used to reach for a purple shampoo, but blue and purple shampoos can be drying to your hair. So I like to use a hair mask or a conditioner that has the blue tone in it versus the shampoo, because I want to add hydration and conditioning back to my hair as I am getting the brass out and getting it back to a blonde. I like this one because it's easy to do. It's 3 to 5 minutes in the shower after I have washed my hair, kind of wring out the rest of the water, and then I will just put the smallest amount. I use about a size of a nickel on my hand, rub it through, and then I go right up where my blonde parts are, which is just in the front, and then down at the ends. Again, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. This is usually where I'll shave my legs or brush my teeth. Rinse it out, and then you don't need to add any conditioner. You are all set. I find that I only need to do this after I've had my hair treated and lightened with blonde. It goes about 3 weeks before I start to see it turning a little brassy, and then I will go in and just add a touch of this in the shower, and I usually have to do this every 3rd shower until I go and get my hair done again. So if my hair doesn't feel dry after using it, I get that that nice cool toned blonde back, and the brassiness is gone. Now, because I don't want to wash my hair every day, and in fact now I don't even really want to wash it every 2 or 3 days, enter K18's Airwash Dry Shampoo. You guys, this stuff, you know I'm a big fan of K18 to begin with, but when I saw that they now have a dry shampoo, very similar I'm finding to my skincare using more Mimmua products, I find that my hair care products, styling wise, or not necessarily styling, health wise, has been more K18. I use the heat balance, as you saw in a recent video, as my heat protectant. I use the mask as my, you know, every 3 weeks or so hydrating treatment. And now I'm using this as my dry shampoo. It just gives me that lift without that little bit of scent. I used to love the Moroccan oil one, but I just find that it just is almost too strong and mixes with my perfume that I'm trying to wear. I love the scent of Moroccan oil, but I just feel like it just is too, I think because it's a dry shampoo, it just sits and I just whiff it all day. Does that make sense? I just, as I'm turning my head, I'm constantly, which is nice if you don't wear a perfume, but I do, so I just feel like it conflicts. I have too many scents going on. You do need to shake it well, and it is not an aerosol, which I really love. Let me just spray it so you can see. I mean, it doesn't do you any good to see, but it's not an aerosol, which I also love for all the obvious reasons that we're learning aerosols are bad for us to inhale all day. And you just hold it 4 to 6 inches from your root and really just need like 1.5 sprays. And then I just let it go and do its thing. I will usually do this the night before I'm going on day 2 or 3, depending on how oily my hair is feeling. And a stylist told me this years ago. You don't want to wait until your hair feels heavy and greasy and lots of oil buildup to apply a dry shampoo. It's better to do it the night before, so as you're moving your head around, it's really doing its job to absorb. But look at the volume that I got out of that. I probably should do the other side, why not? We have big, thick hair. Oh, that's bigger hair than I need. Let's pat that down a little. All right, you guys, now let's go into a new lip gloss that I'm loving. And let me tell you why I'm loving. I'm not loving this because of the gloss or even the shade. This is called Chateau Rose. I'm loving it because, first of all, it's from a brand called Eadem. You get this at Sephora. If you have dry lips or more mature lips and you find that they are thinning and they just look thin or dry throughout the day, you guys, this will become your new best friend. And here's how I knew I loved this. We were out doing yard work and I made sure that this was in my pocket of my hoodie because your lips look so hydrated, and it doesn't say it plumps, but it fills out all of the lines. If you know what I mean, if you're older and you've got just lips that look kind of dry no matter how much gloss you put on them, this makes them look plump. And by plump, I just mean full. I mean, all the lines, all the dryness just goes away. I'm never without this now. If you run into me on the streets, you can ask if this is in my purse and you will see it's in my purse. If I don't have a purse, it's in my pocket. I carry this around like chapstick because it gives just the nicest amount of, well, first of all, let's talk about that applicator too, which I love. You guys, I promise you, this is one purchase that you will not regret. And again, this is called Chateau Rose. There's no real color to it. I mean, it just has the softest little color. So it's not really adding color, so I wouldn't worry about finding the right shade. I would just get this immediately and carry it with you all the time, because even if you don't have any other makeup on, or if you're a very minimalist when it comes to your makeup, having that plump lip, and it's not, again, it doesn't add volume. I hope I'm explaining it right. It's like somebody took an iron and ironed out all the wrinkles on your lips and just made them look more hydrated. Yeah, that's the best way I can say it. I'm never this out this. In fact, I ordered another one because I want one in my car at all times and one in my purse. That's how much I love these. And these sell for $24. It is the best purchase. You will thank me. If you have these, let me know what you think of them down in the comments below. They're not marketed as a lip gloss. They're actually marketed as a lip softening balm. And that's exactly what they do. We're gonna get into some drugstore options for you guys, and you wanna stay tuned to the end, because if you have somebody on your list for maybe a birthday, maybe Mother's Day, and they have everything and you're like, I don't know what to get this person, I have the greatest gift idea that this was sent to me. So I want to be clear on that, and I'll announce that again when I talk to you about it at the end. And it's not something I ever heard of. I didn't even know this product existed. But when I opened it, I was like, if somebody was to send this to me, I would feel like I was very special to them. So I wanted to bring that to you. I've only tried one of them. I know that sounds very cryptic, but it'll all make sense when I share that one with you. But we'll do that one at the end because it's not a product that I've actually, I can't say I've lived with it and tried it as much as I have these other ones. All right, let's go into blush. For $10, Cloudtopia by Maybelline. I have it in color Enchanted Mauve. It's color number 8. The way I apply this, you guys, is I just take a little bit with a big tapered fluffy brush, go into it like this. Then I will go onto either the back of my hand or if I've got a tissue there and just dab it a little bit to make sure that that product is really worked into the brush and I don't have too much on. Then I will just go, and it's what I have on today. It's just the lightest, prettiest, softest blush. And for those of us with more mature skin who don't like powder products, or maybe as summer's coming on and you're like me and you're using more tinted moisturizers or serums and you don't want a heavy blush look, then these are fantastic. And at $10, you can experiment with different shades to get a shade that looks best for your skin tone. I like to change out the shade of my blush with different looks. If I'm doing more of a cool look, then I'll have a more cool tone blush. And when you have a product that works on your lips as well, then it takes out all the guesswork. And if I'm doing like a soft brown or a earth tone look, then I want a more earth tone blush. So I like having a few different blush shades on hand, but some of the price points make that a little challenging. So at $10, you know, you can spend 30 bucks and just get a couple different ones and have different blush looks for different makeup looks. And I'm noticing my concealer is creasing. That tells me I didn't use enough powder and I am testing a new concealer. All right, see, not every day is a good makeup day. Then you can take a little bit of this. I like to just blend it out. And this is really pretty on the lips. I should have done this one first and then put on my cream. I'm never without this stuff, you guys. It is a lifesaver. I should mention these products are not sponsored. You guys, these are products that I truly love and are in my repertoire. Repertoire, is that the word I'm looking for? All right, so next, let's talk about lip liners. I'm doing my lips backwards today. Why did I start with gloss and then I went to lip color and now we're going into lip liners? I don't know. I didn't think that through very well. Let's talk about these from Colorpop. You get 10 lip liners for $30. That's $3 a piece for a lip liner. These are called Truth or Bare. You guys, look at all of these colors in there. I love them. I've used one and put it back because after I took it out, they all rolled around. So I'm like, let me just put it back in so you can see how pretty these colors are. And I'll show you the one that I used today. For this look, I use this shade 951. I go a little bit outside. And all these products will probably work better if you do them in the opposite layering than what I'm doing here. But you get the drift. These lip liners, you guys, what I love about them is they're the gel liner. So they're not pencil, they don't tug, they're very creamy, and they last for hours. When you can buy 10 lip liners for $30 at $3 a piece, you can pick out the shades that you know you're gonna wear more often. You can experiment with some shades that maybe you don't normally wear, but you wanna try to put yourself out in a different comfort zone. Some of these will be really pretty when it comes fall. Or you can pick out the shades that you're going to love, that you already know. And I'm sure you've got friends, family members, nieces, children that would love to then play with the other shades. So that's what I'm gonna do with these. I'm gonna pick out 3 shades that I know I'll wear, and then I'm gonna pick out 1 shade that is gonna push me out of my comfort zone. And then I'll give the rest to my nieces and let them figure out which ones they want. All right, you guys, another lip product that I'm loving that I'm not gonna put on because I already have nice lips today is Persona. I talked about these on a recent episode of New Day Northwest here in Seattle. It's an NBC affiliate station that I do their beauty segments. And we were talking all about spring makeup. Let's just give a moment to the packaging. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me tell you what these are. Because the packaging is super cute, yes, but better than the packaging, because to me packaging is packaging. I want to know what's inside. These are lip stains that are also a gloss. So think about that for a second. It is a stain, so it stains your lip, which means it gets long wear. but most lip stains will start to have a drying look to them. Now, if you have a lip stain that you absolutely love, you can wear it and then put this on top of it, and you'll get all day wear out of your lip stain and a hydrated lip look. These dry down as a lip stain, but they remain a shine like a gloss. So you get the benefit of two very unique products, a stain and a gloss. I love everything about this. I love the packaging, I love the long wear, and I love the different shades. And they're small enough that you can easily throw these into your purse. So again, as we're getting into spring and summer, and it's just about light layers, less deep use, then something like that, a lip stain and a gloss, is really easy to complete your look. All right, two unique products that were sent to me the month of March that I want to share because I really like this program. Essence, which we know we love, it's a drugstore brand. They have a new concealer out. So they sent me all of the concealer shades. However, you guys, that's not the best part. I am going to test these and let us know how they wear. Really excited to try a new full coverage concealer by Essence. So I'm going to try and find my best shade in all this, and I will do a review on these. But the reason I'm bringing that up to you guys is because I don't get a lot of stuff like this in PR, so maybe this is something a lot of companies do. But what Essence did is their concealer is called Silky Blur. I don't know much about it yet because I have not dug into it to do a review. I will. It's going to be an April thing. I had enough to test in March. But what I want to highlight about is you've probably seen a lot of those big unboxings where there's just this huge packaging of products and influencers are get sent 50 shades of the foundation, every shade range of a lipstick or a lip liner. And some brands do that. I don't begrudge them from doing it. But I want to highlight what Essence has done. They send a nice little card and it says how to donate your unused shades. It says, we're so excited to share our brand's new concealer with you. Inside, you'll find all 20 shades because finding the perfect shade should be effortless for everyone. To give back, we have partnered once again with I Support the Girls, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping people experiencing homelessness. For any unused shades, we've included a prepaid label so you can easily donate them to this amazing cause. Your contribution will help provide beauty products to those in need. So again, there may be other brands that do this. I'm not on a lot of brands' PR lists, so I don't get their stuff and I don't know that. I just thought this was really cool, and I will definitely be trying out these concealers and give you guys a full review. It might be in a Friday face-off, we'll see. Otherwise, it might just be in a standalone with some other new products. But when a new concealer comes out and it has the word blur in it, oh, you best believe we're gonna try it. All right, one product that I have not really tried yet, but I'm looking forward to, I did get it this month, and that is the new Redimension Eyeshadows by RMS. You can wear these dry or wet. I've used them once, I love them, but I can't say that I've used it enough to share with you guys like this is a monthly favorite. I am going to create a couple looks with this in some videos so that we can see how they work together. But if you have had these in your cart, you're not sure, my initial thought is I really do like it. I just need to work with them a little bit more and create some more looks to share with you if I think they're a really good purchase or not. But it's RMS, so it's rare that it's not a good, safe purchase. All right, last but not least, you guys, let's talk about that person on your list and think about this for holidays. I might add these to my holiday gift giving guide. I make that list throughout the whole year so I don't forget good products that were out early in the year. And I think these might make the list because I know what you're thinking. You're gonna be like, Jody, that seems a bit bougie. It's $40, but that sense of luxury is all about these. Have you guys heard of this brand, Laundry Sauce? Okay. I mean, it's laundry, right? So how fun and exciting can laundry be? And you may have somebody on your list, you're like, I'm not sending my girlfriend laundry detergent. But wait, if your friend is like many of ours at this place in life, they've got most of everything that they ever wanted. So yes, laundry still has to be done. So I thought, how great is this? Again, this was sent to me. I did not buy this. And they're not paying me to talk about it. They just sent it to me and I'm like, oh, we need to talk about this because you guys, when I opened this, I felt very special. Like, here's the box. Smell good, look good, feel good. And look what's inside of this. Those are laundry pods. They're gold. They are made with the most beautiful scent to them. I got Australian sandalwood. So for $40, you get 30 pods. And my first thought was, okay, I've got people on my list that I would want them to feel very special to get a special gift like this. For $40, I think it's a nice gift. But my concern was it does have a scent. That's what makes them special, is you can choose different scents on the website. And my thought was, are my clothes gonna come out smelling like this scent? The laundry room smells amazing, but my clothes didn't. I think because your clothes go on a final rinse, my clothes didn't come out smelling like this, but my laundry room, my washing machine smells amazing. And again, I have Australian sandalwood. Now, again, I've only used the one. I can't speak to how amazing your laundry feels. It also has dryer sheets. These are, I think, $20. Now, would I replace my normal everyday laundry detergent with this? No, I wouldn't. But I would give this as a gift to somebody that I want to feel special, somebody that I want to open a gift and know that I was thinking of them. And kind of that wow factor. It just has that wow factor. Again, when you open it up and there's all those, I mean, it smells so nice. So thank you to Laundry Sauce for sending me this. And you guys, I think if you send this as a gift, the person you send it to is gonna feel pretty special. And isn't that the whole point of sending gifts anyway? All right, well, that was a lot to cover, and that's only the products that made the list. There's several that did not make the list. I might do a video about products that didn't work for me, but I feel like we weed some of those out during the Friday face-offs, right? And just because a product doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not gonna work for someone else, which I will talk about my skin type when we're talking about different makeup products and stuff, especially those that don't work. Well, that's the best of the best for March, and as I keep trying products, I'll have another good list for you at the end of April. I'll see you guys in just a couple days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.